Right now, I have a good friend of ours here that is joining us on the air this morning, Sherill Calhoun. Sherill, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you for joining us here on the show this morning. There's a lot of exciting things happening with local businesses, but one of the businesses that you work with, along with some other things that we're going to get to, is Monat. Tell us about Monat and how you got involved.
Monat is an all-natural hair care line, and I actually got involved. I love direct sales, number one. I love creating residual income. So my daughter Amber has a salon in Grover Beach.
Okay.
A very successful salon, and she had a hard time with referring a product to people who were losing their hair. So there were products like Brand X out there, but they were toxic. They weren't all natural. And so she got introduced to this product, and her clients fell in love with it. She fell in love with it. And then she started using it. People would sit down in her chair. She would use it on them, blow out their hair, and they would be like, wow. They would go online and buy immediately. So, she came to me and she said, Mom, you have to do this with me. It is so awesome. So yes, I started, but I also had thinning hair.
Okay.
My hair was thinning, and I was like frustrated about it, and so I started using Monat, and I would say probably within a month, I started noticing regrowth. So since that time, it's all come back in.
So this wasn't a thing, like, for example, a lot of people get involved with products and they don't even use them. They use them to kind of be a part of the make money fast kind of schemes and things that go on out there. This was a product that you used and you saw the difference it made in your life, and you're like, wow, I can actually sell this product, and it's a product that I actually believe in.
Right. That's a really good point, Joy, because I think a lot of people have been in the direct sales business, multi-level marketing way back when, and that industry has changed tremendously over the years. So really what I do is I don't sell, I market, I soft market the products. So I just sample people. I let people use it, and they make up their mind about, how they feel about the product and what it is they're looking for in the way of solutions for their hair. And then I direct them to a web link, and bam, it's really up to them. So, yes, I did get great results, but I also noticed that it was a great way because this company has a product out there that is very unique, and they're a young company. So, the best time to get into a direct sales business, and I love consumable, where you're using it and you needing to buy it again, products. The best time to get in is when they're just starting, and so they launched in 2014, and what they used to make in a year, 41 million, they made $100,000 just last night.
Wow!
On a flash sale.
Wow! And this is Monat. The company is called Monat. So if people want to look it up, how can they get in touch with more information about Monat?
Okay, so you can Google it, but the best way is just to go to my web link. And it's Sherill, Sherill, Lynn, Lynn, Calhoun, Calhoun, MONAT.com.
Okay, so and what we'll do too is we'll make sure we post that link when we re-show our video online and our social media sites. So this way people can actually see the link and go to directly to that link, because that's direct contact with you, right?
That's correct.
Okay,
yeah.
And then when they contact you, that's when they can get some free samples and kind of try the product out directly with you.
Yes, or they can give me a call.
Okay.
I would love for them just to call me and say, hey, sure, I'd like to try some of these products. Here's what my challenge is with my hair, my scalp, and so then I can put together a cocktail that's right for them.
And what's the number to call?
559-381-2409.
Okay, and then also you've created this network that I was looking up online as well last night as I was prepping for the show, a network to provide opportunities for women business owners or women in business currently right now to increase sales for their business, for people to be recommended through this network. Tell me a little bit about the name of this network and how you started this.
Okay, thank you for asking. It's called the Fempreneur Network, so it's female entrepreneur.
Catchy name, by the way.
And the reason that I launched it in 2014 was because, I was in banking for 30 years, and I was in commercial lending, and I learned a lot about business as a result of all the schools I went through and the things I did. And when I left banking, I started working with a lot of women who were in business through organizations that I belonged to. I managed a women's network up in Fresno for 6 years, and the primary issue that women had was, I'm not making any money, and so then they would get discouraged, and then they would quit, and that whole thing. So I decided that I was just going to put together a network of resources for them that in the 21st century that they could go to and find the help that they needed. So the Fempreneur Network is a virtual online program. It's like a finishing school for women in business. And so let's just say, a woman comes to me and she says, I'm not making any money, can we talk? I have her take a needs assessment. The needs assessment comes back to me. We sit down for an hour and we go through the areas that she needs to start learning. And then what I do is I introduce her to, let's just say, her area of weakness is she has a really weak brand.
Okay.
Then what I'll do is I'll introduce her to 3 women in my network who are brand strategists. And I don't make the decision about who she works with. She makes that decision. I've already vetted those women.
But they're available to her on the network.
They're available to her on the network.
Okay.
So what she does then is she vets them herself, and she connects with one to do business with so that she can be a better, to tighten up her brand.
So let's say, for example, a new business, right? And she goes on the network and she goes, man, after this assessment, you see that she needs a better website, more information. A lot of clients don't know how to get in touch with her.
Right.
Then you give her those list of references, and then she can decide which website she wants to go with or developer.
Right. So I do exactly that. So it's a membership-driven organization. So for $149 a year.
Okay.
And this is for Main Street American women who, by the way, their incomes are in between $25,000 and $75,000 a year.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to help them do is scale up to a 6-figure number. And so, that's what I do. They come in as a member, and they have the opportunity to work with me and with my strategist.
And I love it because there's just so many resources out there that people sometimes don't know where to go and who to find. And this network that you've created, if you're starting a business and you're trying to get it started and find ways to improve the way that the business can run, go to the network and you find out all the resources there. So go ahead and once again tell our listeners and viewers how to get in touch with this great network.
So just Google the Fempreneur Network, and so it's the THEFEMPRENEUR network.net, and then you can look through it and get the information on how things work. You can see some of the strategists who are there, and then you can join if you like. Or you can call me up and we can have a conversation about, what it is that you're trying to accomplish.
Well, I can tell you that it's already working for me, just personally, because we got this big event happening. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. We've been talking about it here on the show, and it's now starting to become a thing where we're now starting to promote it. It's the Cosmetology and Barber Convention and Expo of Central California. It's going to be happening at the end of the month in February of next year. But Sherill has actually been helping me out. You put the word out there for a moment, and then all of a sudden, businesses within the network just started contacting us for a vendor booth. So this network really works.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, if women, that's the key, is I teach women that you start making connections with people, and before you know it, those people start referring you. And, it's just a wonderful combination of energy when you learn what resources are available to help not only you, but other people.
I think it's a great idea. I love it. And you've been doing that for how long now?
Well, I've been doing that for forever, but
Wow.
since I've been in direct sales, which is 20 years now. Yeah.
Because you started in the banking industry, right?
I did. I was in banking for 30 years. I worked for different banks up and down the Central Valley.
So you definitely kind of learned the skills of working within a corporate element, and then also trying to now take those skills and now bring it into the network, and also showing other women this is how you do it.
Right, but you know it's different. It's different now in the 21st century. I mean, business is different. You know that.
No,
you know,
of course, of course.
It's things are virtual. Things are online. Social media. I mean, women need to know how to take a hold of those particular resources and put them to work so that they, can benefit from them.
I mean, the social media just element alone is very difficult. I mean, even as a business owner myself, to keep up
Right.
with the social media life is difficult. It's almost a job within itself.
Right. So I have 3 social media strategists
Nice.
in my network. They're very, savvy about how to go about that and how to bring more attention to your business. And they understand all that about the algorithms and blah, blah, I don't know, all those things. I'm pretty good on social media, but they're excellent. So, whenever I need something, I go to one of them and say, hey, girl, what about this?
I love it. So just a word of advice for those maybe business owners that are tuning in right now to the show. How long do you spend on social media, and how long do you recommend someone to spend on social media daily to promote their product or business?
So, I'm on social media every day.
Okay.
And I'm not on there for hours. No. I check it in the morning, and I do a lot of things in the morning, but I also realize there's certain times of the day that people are on social media.
Okay.
And those are the times of the day. Like if you're doing something, I'll just tell you, 7 o'clock in the evening, great time. Great time, 7 to 9.
Okay,
great
7
time.
p.m. to 9 p.m.
Great time to be on social media.
Okay.
A lot of people are active on social media. But, sometimes during the day, not so much, because people are doing other things. And
So this is something to say because, and some words of advice, because there could be a business owner out there that maybe puts a post at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe nobody will see it.
nobody sees it, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Then you have to go back in and repost, or you have to, your strategy has to be a little bit different. And that's another thing I think that's really important in business with women or anybody, is that you have a strategy. Most people don't. They just fly by the seat of their pants, and they're not getting the outcomes they want. So that's one of the things that I work with the ladies in the first. And that's why all the women in my network are called strategists, resource strategists, because they help you put together a strategy so you get an outcome.
So go ahead, before we go, let our listeners and viewers one more time how to get in touch with the product Monat with you, and how they can help right now improve the hair portion of their body, because one of the things, and does it help men as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's for men, women, and children.
Oh, great.
We have a children's line as well.
Wow.
Awesome for little girls especially. Detangles their hair. It's fabulous. So you can get a hold of me at Sherill, Sherill, Calhoun, Sherill Lynn Calhoun, I'm sorry, Sherill, LYNNCALHOUN .mymonat.com. And I'm really excited about this conference that's coming up. I got to tell you, it's a great opportunity for me to showcase our brand, but it's a great opportunity for all my business associates as well.
No, I think so, and it's the Cosmetology and Barber Expo of Central California. We're excited to have you there. But once again, also let some of our business owners that are women that want to get involved with the network, how can they get involved with the network?
I think the best way is to call me first.
Okay.
So call me at 559-381-2409, and then I'll guide you and give you more information about that.
And the assessment, is that free, or is that something that you have to start the membership for?
You have to start the membership
Gotcha.
for the assessment.
But
yes.
I think it's great, because the assessment will tell you, especially as a business owner, sometimes we're blinded. We think, oh, everything's going fine. Everything that we're thinking about, all of our ideas our ideas are fantastic. The assessment helps you realize, wait a minute, there's some things that you're not doing correctly. Here's how we can help you, right?
And that's what normally happens when they take the assessment. They go, oh my gosh, I really don't. My level of understanding here is not where I need to be. Yeah.
Sherill, thank you so very much for
Thank
joining me this
you.
morning, and hopefully we can have you back because I think you give some great advice, especially for business owners that need this advice that can help them with their company. So
Thank you. My
once again,
pleasure.
thank you very much, Sherill. It's the Eggs, Bacon, and Joey Morning Show. We're here at the Rock and Roll Deli and Diner. Stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Next time you ask for boar's head ham, you may be surprised. Boar's head